What's going on, everybody? Q&A time. It was April Fool's Day, but this is not an April Fool's prank. It's Q&A. So, I'm just going to chillax. I know it's a little bit later than usual than what I usually would try to do for my Q&As, but I did not pay attention to, or didn't even think about the time. I took about a 3-hour long nap, and that was not pleasant. I completely forgot about the time. So, how are you guys doing today? How was your Easter? Oh, that's so good. So, sorry, just managing some stuff in my wallet. Hook. Just let me grab something really quick. All right. All right. Oh, whoops. Makes sense there, Ethan. I don't need too much jokes going on today. Honestly, me going to work today felt like an April Fool's joke. So, yeah. So, yeah. Also, it's finally the week for Monkey Man. That's right. Monkey Man is out this week. And I cannot wait. Well, also the first album, Morley Mini. for Monkey Man. So yeah. What's up, Cinema Geek? I have seen the Jackass movies. I'm a big fan of the Jackass movies. My favorite is Jackass Forever. Jason! What's up, buddy? He always calls me Dope Ponto, and I really appreciate that there, buddy. You a homie for real. What's up, Cam? It's good to see you as always. Nice. Very nice. Can't wait to see those. Very nice. Immaculate. Nice. I have not. I'm still waiting to see it. I mean, I gotta wait till digital for it. That might be the last movie, but I have no idea. They might do another one with a new crew. So we'll see. It's okay, buddy. No worries. But well, of course. I mean, when I see some supporters, not just with my other friends' channels or not just with my channel, but with other friends' channels, I like to be able to. I like to be able to make you guys feel welcome here. I don't want to try to make you guys feel weirded out or anything. I want to make sure that I want to make you guys feel welcome here in this community. No, but I do want to buy those at some point. But at the same time, it's like I don't even want to though because of Bam Margera in general. So some of the stuff he did to the Jackass guys, some of the stuff he said. Yeah, that's kind of why I haven't. Hey, brother. Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. I was, today went better than I thought it would. Very easy day. So pre-ordered Dune digitally as well. So I can't wait to check that out. I think it comes out tomorrow. And I already pre-ordered the Steelbook. So I can't wait to rewatch that film.
I definitely need to pre-order that Steelbook because
it's very nice.
Yeah. But I can tell you that sometime during the month, for watch-alongs, besides the ones that we've already mentioned, we do have a surprise one coming up in the build-up to a certain film coming out this April from the same directors. If you're curious on what that is, that's Abigail. We're gonna be doing a watch-along for Radio Silence's other film that we haven't done yet, Ready or Not.
I have actually not seen Ready or Not.
I literally just ordered it earlier today, so
I do want to watch it because I know they announced a second film.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
What's up, guys?
Why is that making me think of Dredd for a second?
It does kind of look like Dredd.
I was gonna make a joke and be like, "Cam is the law."
Oh yeah.
I am the law.
It does resemble Dredd's mask, though, to be fair.
I mean, they look eerily similar.
They do.
Like even like look at that. There you go.
I see it.
Yep. But also, I own 2 of them.
I
Nice.
recently picked up this myself, Planet of the Apes trilogy
Can't
on Blu-ray. To
wait
watch
to build
them.
up for. Guessing you can't wait for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
I thought it looked great. I haven't seen these 3 yet, but I can't wait to watch them because I think Kingdom looks great.
I was even gonna think about doing a watch along for Bullet Train before the Fall Guy, but guess what? I've already done it. I have
The
already
Fall
done
Guy.
it.
Now that looks good.
That looks like a lot of fun. He tries like, no, go back. No, fuck it, jump off.
I can't wait. That one looks so funny.
Yeah, that one I think that's my most anticipated movie of May. So I can't wait to see that.
I forgot what else was coming out in May. I know there's
There's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which comes out on my
Right.
birthday. So
and then there's also I saw the TV Glow, a new A24 film. Saw the trailer for that ahead of Immaculate, and that looks great.
That
and that
one
one
does
comes out
look
the
great.
same day as Terra, the tarot card movie, which looks awful, but we're probably going to see
I
both
think it looks.
to review them.
Wait, I am gonna see Tara, but it looks. I thought it looked kind of cool, like from the trailer, because the idea of it was interesting. Like
I will admit, it's an interesting idea. I thought the trailer was stupid, so I'm good if I will be happy if it wins me over, but right now I'm just not fully convinced.
But again, we'll see. Like you can't really judge it until you really see the movie.
Right.
Is what I should say. But But again, I think it looks all right. Like I saw that trailer in front of when I saw The Beekeeper for a third time, and I was like, looks kind of cool. But I'm not like as pumped for it as say like stuff like Monkey Man or Abigail. Like
Yeah, Monkey
without a
Man.
doubt.
I can't wait. Hoping to see it this weekend, but I can't wait for that one.
But if so, when you do see it, we are planning to do a spoiler talk this weekend for Monkey Man.
Yeah, if I see it, I'd love to join for sure.
Oh my god, dude! Like if you remember that kitchen fight in the trailer,
It's so good. I'm so hyped for Monkey Man.
dude, that movie's gonna be hardcore for real. Like
For sure.
I am curious if I'll enjoy it because I've heard a lot of comparisons to John Wick, and I do not enjoy.
I mean,
the first John Wick. So
I kind of felt like that was Dev Patel's intention, was because it's kind of based off of a little story that his grandfather told him. So, and this was like, dude, he's been working on this film for about 10 years. So, this was his baby. So,
because I know it was gonna go to Netflix, and then Jordan Peele saw it, loved it, and then he bought it through Monkey Paw Productions, and now it's getting a theatrical release, which is really cool.
Yeah, and I'm glad. I mean, from the looks of the trailer, it looks like a movie that merits a theatrical experience.
For sure. I feel like it would be dampened a little bit if it went directly to streaming.
I mean, I wouldn't have been angry if it did. I mean, it probably would have been like one of those like films that kind of floated in and out when it came to streaming.
Mm-hmm.
But now that it's going to theaters and that everybody is literally talking about it, including myself, I think that film's probably going to do pretty well at the box office. If I really
hope
think
so.
about it. But can't forget that the first Omen's also released. But I think everybody, including me, is more excited for Monkey Man.
Yeah, I personally don't plan on checking out the theater. I think it looks pretty dumb, not scary. Apparently, it's good, but I don't know. Monkey Man is much more on my list of one to check out, though, for sure.
I mean, bro, like all he had to do in that kitchen fight is just use his surroundings just to basically kick those people's asses. Literally.
It's so well choreographed.
The cinematography mixed with like the choreography is like a perfect blend of how to do action filmmaking.
Yes, and people, if you guys do not know, this is being written, produced, and directed by Dev Patel.
I don't know. He's putting in all like I have so much respect for him for what he's doing, and like the movie just looks awesome.
And if I never sent you guys the clip from the Tonight Show because Dev Patel was just on the show and he talked about the time while filming when he broke his hand.
I know, I heard about that. It's insane.
Because he did break his hand during filming. It
Yeah,
was
I think
the
it was
first
towards the
action
start
scene.
of
He hurt his
shooting,
hand
too.
snap. So they find like a cheap medical unit. So when they fly to that place that night, and the doctor puts a screw in his hand. So and he cannot put a pound like a pound or two on his hand, otherwise it'll ruin his bone.
Mm-hmm.
But if you even look at some of the crazy shit he does throughout that movie, oh my god!
It's absolutely mind blowing.
But it kind of shows how dedicated he is to
For sure.
projects, and I salute Dev Patel.
Yeah, I always appreciate that, taking that extra step to make sure your film is like as good as it can be, putting that much care into it. I'll always, even if the film turns out not great, I'll always appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, and plus he couldn't afford to get a cast on and VFX it out of the movie because if he got a cast on it, the production would have shut down.
Right.
Like, so yeah, that's good. But let's see, and then next week we get Alex Garland's Civil War, which by the way, why is Alex Garland retiring?
I was so shocked to see that because Civil War looks really, really good. I want to see that one. It'd be my first Alex Garland film, though.
I am a huge fan of his. Like, I love Ex Machina. I love Annihilation, and Men is very divisive. It's not for everybody.
That's what I've heard.
I dug it. Like, and Civil War looks really good. Looks intense.
And apparently it is. That's what the South by Southwest crowd said. So I'm curious.
I mean, the South by Southwest crowd was like, I think even Dev Patel said when he was at South by Southwest for Monkey Man, he thought that the crowd that was coming the day that it was premiering was the crowd for the Fall Guy, but no, it was the crowd for his movie,
which is awesome.
And that movie won the audience award at South by Southwest. So, and I'm like, wow, like, I can't, dude. And plus, Dev Patel was just crying throughout that day, and I was like, I'd be crying too, man.
It's definitely has to be an emotional experience. I couldn't even imagine. That is definitely one of my dreams, to like go to like South by Southwest or film premiere and just have like fun with the audience. I think that'd be so much fun.
And even getting to see the actors and filmmakers after the movie.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Dude, that'd be like a dream come true, dude. I think even by the time you meet them, like, you're gonna have tears to your eyes, like,
especially if the film was great and you love it. That's another thing onto that like amazing experience.
Yeah, because from what I heard from South by Southwest for the Fall Guy, it's apparently a lot of fun.
Which can't wait. I think David Leitch, I believe that's the director. He's fun. I saw Deadpool 2 of his. I haven't seen his previous films, but I've seen Deadpool 2, and I thought the directing was great in that film. So can't wait.
Deadpool 2 is one of my all-time favorite movies. So
you like
really
that?
Good,
You've
man.
seen that one 7 times.
Okay.
Got him.
I mean, your little description thing here is, did you say web? So
well, did you? I gotta make sure.
Okay.
I mean, literally says that right there. I mean,
yep.
I mean, it also.
I'm probably gonna rewatch it tonight after the stream. I haven't seen it in so long. I don't remember what happened in it. I can't remember anything.
Bro,
it's been way too long. It's been like what, 2 days?
Yeah, we need to send him up for rehab.
Dude, you were watching it last night.
Yeah, but I didn't finish it. I didn't finish it. I just started it.
If you guys really want my recommendation, just to try to get them off of that, just watch Crank. Like,
I do. Yeah, I do need to pick that up. I haven't been to the store.
I mean, so
that
I remember the story.
That's a movie that doesn't stop, dude. Like, that's one that doesn't stop. Like, as soon as like the plot really starts to go into full force, which is in like the first like couple of minutes, it's like, woo! It just keeps going.
That's when I'm really looking forward to checking out.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it with Mike not too long ago. I think you guys might have known that. I did watch it with Mike, and he was having the best of it, like because I got him the movie on 4K, and dude, he was freaking having a blast with it, and I was like, I mean, it's one of my personal favorites. So
yeah,
I think that might be like I mean, again, I haven't gotten comments about it yet, but I feel like sometime down the line that's going to be like the biggest like line of controversy for me is that Crank is in my top 5 of all time.
Oh, it is. I didn't know that.
It is, yeah. I mean, after the most recent rewatch, which was back in I think February during the Super Bowl, because I did not give 2 shits about that shit.
After the Deadpool trailer dropped, I stopped caring about everything else going on that night.
The only trailers I really cared about during the Super Bowl were for Twisters and Knuckles.
Fair. And Twisters was really sick, and so does Knuckles.
Dude, it's like towards the end of the month, isn't it, when Knuckles premieres?
April 26th.
Yeah, I'm so hyped.
It cannot get here fast enough, dude. That show looks so fun.
I think I saw Sonic 2 twice in theaters, but I saw Sonic 1, I think 7 times in theaters. And that was right before the pandemic happened, so I saw it as much as I could. And so, I love that
those Sonic movies. So
I love that
Knuckles
was getting his cowboy hat
3.
and like so hyped.
It's very weird with me. I don't like the first Sonic movie. I really enjoyed the second one. And I'm not crazy on Sonic. Like, I'll play some of the games. Like, Sonic Generations is my personal favorite Sonic game. But like Sonic 2, I really enjoy. Knuckles, I think, looks really fun. And then, of course, they're bringing Shadow into Sonic 3. He's my favorite Sonic character, so that's going to be exciting.
2 years ago, if you asked me to, I could recite all of Sonic's lines from the first movie. That's how well I knew it.
Yes.
And now it's Adam Webb.
And now it's Ezekiel Sims, one of the best written and dubbed characters in cinematic history.
His character is basically just ADR. Like,
yeah, I don't think the actor said anything on set. I think he just mouthed it, and they were like, "We'll do it in post."
Camden, I've seen foreign films dubbed more clearly than Madam Web.
I mean, there's freaking Godzilla -1. That one's better dubbed. I can probably guarantee you that.
Was there a dub for that movie?
No, I didn't see it dubbed, but I'm pretty sure that might be better dubbed.
Probably.
Oh no, it would be. I cannot remember if there was a dubbed version in cinemas. I saw that. I watched the sub version.
I saw the subbed version as well twice. Might I add?
I wish I saw that more than once. -1 was so good.
And I actually when I saw Tracy's story on Instagram earlier today, if you guys saw that, when she said that Godzilla X Kong was better than -1, I was like, whoa, really? And then later that I found out, April Fools.
Here's how I would put it. Like, -1 is like a fine steak dinner, and Godzilla and Kong is like a hamburger. Like, they're both amazing, but like for separate like occasions.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But yeah, like when I saw that, I found that so funny. Like, and then I texted me like, nice little April Fool's joke.
I will say one thing I've seen today that it's not an April Fool's joke that I am actually excited about is that they are currently in the works of a sequel to 2022's Hellraiser film. So
let's go.
Excited. The producer said it's going to go smoothly.
I cannot wait.
And we're also getting Freaky Friday 2 with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. The first one is one of my favorite guilty pleasures, and I can't wait.
Well, it's not bad. Hold on, it's not a bad movie.
I don't know how it's received though. So,
well, I mean, if you think it's a good movie, I don't think that matters. But I
grew up with that one. Like I've always enjoyed it as a kid.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I want to see. Apparently, the second one's going to follow like their Lindsay Lohan's daughter, and then one of her friends. Yeah, it has an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. But
there you go. See?
Lindsay Lohan's daughter, and then another girl as Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan like swap bodies with them, and that's the plot of the next one. So very cool idea. Bring it on.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to do this. Oh, I'm like the Crypt Keeper. Oh
No,
my
I
god,
love that movie
I love
so
that
much.
line so much.
I will say I don't think it's going to cinemas. I would be surprised if Freaky Friday 2 goes to theaters.
Yeah, it's
I
probably
think
gonna
it's
get
like
a
D+.
Disney Plus release.
We'll see. I mean, you never know.
I
Does
hope
Disney
it. I
Plus own it?
pray it goes to
I think so.
cinemas.
I do need to buy
Does
Freaky
Disney own
Friday.
it?
I've had it on
Might be
VHS
interesting
for the
on
longest time, but I need a Blu-ray copy of it now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but let's see. You think Logan is the best comic book movie of 2017? Yes.
What came out in
Hold
2017?
on.
There was also Guardians Volume 2, which was definitely not quite as good. Wait, no, actually,
I absolutely
scratch
love
that. I'm gonna
Guardians
scratch
2.
that.
Logan's
Actually, I'm gonna
better.
scratch that.
Okay, so
My
here's
favorite
my thing.
My favorite
It's
comic
not
book movie of
Justice League.
2017 was Ragnarok. I can't forget about Ragnarok.
Okay.
That was my favorite.
Here's my thing. On top of Logan that year, we did have Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Lego Batman. I think I'd say my favorite of that year was Lego Batman. I think I'm gonna say that one.
Good pick, man. I mean,
I'm actually gonna
Lego
agree
Batman's
with.
kind of underrated now. Like,
Yeah, I'm actually gonna agree with Drew. I think I have to go with Logan because it was one night a couple months ago that really set it in as one of my. I think it's like in my top 10 favorite movies of all time for sure. So it was. I was staying the night at my grandma's because it was when my grandpa went into the hospital because there was a lot of stuff going on, and so we were staying with her so she wasn't by herself. And so one night I was bored, and so I was like, I'm just gonna watch Logan because I just kind of want to rewatch it with like no screens involved, and I can just engross myself in the movie. And the movie ended, and I just had tears going down my face, and I was like, what an experience this movie is. So I gotta go with Logan as best comic book. Honestly, my favorite movie of 2017 would be Logan.
That was my experience with my first two watches of Dune. The third one, I was just happy. So
I could definitely tell.
but yeah, I'd say Lego Batman. I think it's too good for its own right, in my opinion. I think it's way too good. I think the arc that Batman has is really cool, and I mean, it's for Lego animation. It looks really, really good. But I turn that on, I'm not bored.
And I mean, we know I like X-Men. I showed up with a Magneto helmet, and then I'm actually wearing a shirt my grandma got me. It's I have to stand up to show it. She got me a shirt with a poster for Deadpool and Wolverine.
That is so cool, dude.
That sort of way, but I got two different Dune 2 shirts. I got one with Paul riding a sandworm, and it said "Ride the Worm" on the bottom. And then I got one of it was like a collage of all the characters from the film. Very cool. So,
and actually, my favorite actor of all time is Hugh Jackman. So I just love seeing him and stuff.
Fun fact: my most watched actor of last year was Tobin Bell because I binged all the Saw films.
I forgot what my most watched actor was. But I can probably tell you, bro, just for this year now, it's gonna be Jason Statham.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I think my most watched director
it's easily gonna be Jason Statham.
That was my guess. I think my most watched director last year was oddly enough also James Wan. So
interesting.
Yeah. My most watched,
I had like all the Saw films in there. I had all the Insidious in there, so it does line up for sure.
My most watched actor was Hugh Jackman. No surprise. I watched the entire X-Men franchise for the first time last year. And a little bit problematic. My most watched director was Bryan Singer, but that's also because of the X-Men franchise. So
yeah, but again, don't want to talk about the director, but we can move on.
But the characters are why I watch the movies.
Let's see. Spider-Man: Homecoming was good, but I personally feel it's a little overrated. Fair enough. Yeah,
fair enough. I love it, but it's good. It's really good, I think.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Not amazing, but good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, I'm gonna try to see which one. Shit. Oh wait. It's right over. It's right over here. Like okay, so like I know I've shown this collection off before, but it's like, again, Fanatic over here. I mean,
right there.
It says it in the name. But again, like, let's see, so like these two right here are my personal favorite Statham movies. Both of them. I mean, The Beekeeper is like really close with both of them. That one's like the closest one.
It's
April Fools, Eddie. April Fools. I didn't miss it. It's just we're just getting so caught up in a conversation right now, dude.
Oh, I forgot to ask because I can't remember if we talked about this before. Is there going to be like a Crank watch along soon?
Yeah, we did announce that for the Saw 2 watch along. We did announce
Okay,
that.
right. I thought, but I couldn't remember. But I'm for sure going to be there for that.
I definitely want to be there for that one.
I'm going to do that for my first time watching Crank, so you can see my first reactions to it.
Same. I'm going to hold off to that.
Let's go, because
that's going to be.
I mean, that
fun.
was actually that's actually what Mike is going to do for Crank 2. Like, he's going to hold off on that one. But I really wanted to show him the first one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do first time watches for both.
Yeah, same. I got no problem with that.
Don't blame me, guys. But a couple of the Jason Statham movies that we are going to do sometime down the line. We're not going to do them this month, because we're also going to be doing The Beekeeper. We also are going to do the first 2 Transporter movies. The first 2, because those are the good ones in my personal opinion. I do not like the third one. And plus,
which one's the third one again?
Talking about this one.
Yeah.
This is Transporter 3.
Okay.
But if you were thinking about Refueled, that's not even a movie. That's a commercial for Audi cars. Like, that's literally what that movie is. Like, if you watch that and Hitman Agent 47 as a double feature, you'll be like, these are the 2 perfect commercials for Audi cars. Because seriously, they just promote Audi cars. Like, what the heck? And I hate both of those movies. Transporter Refueled and Hitman Agent 47. They both suck.
I love obvious product placement because it's so funny. There was a recent one in Godzilla and Kong with a Volkswagen car. It was so funny.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That
was
right, hilarious.
A Volkswagen car. But I mean, if you guys remember Haunted Mansion from last year, there's quite a bit of product placement.
I don't think I started that, but I don't think I finished it.
I finished it. It was fine, in my opinion.
I liked it. Like, I had a good time watching it. I mean, that was one of the first films I saw with Justin, like, when we got back together. So, because
I wouldn't say it's bad. I would say it's just kind of average, in my opinion.
No,
like, I think I gave it a 6 out of 10. Yeah.
No, it's okay. Like, I respect it. I mean, not a whole lot of people did, so really, not a lot of people really liked it. So, I mean, it's all right.
From what I saw,
I haven't watched it since the theater, but I do want to watch it again.
Danny DeVito.
I thought my favorite character was honestly Owen Wilson as the priest.
I mean, I also love Owen Wilson though, because like he's iconic. So.
Oh wow.
Okay, but what's the best Owen Wilson role?
Yeah, but
I know what Cameron's gonna say.
Yeah, my favorite Owen Wilson role is Mobius M. Mobius.
Oh God, one of my least favorite movies of all time, Morbius.
Oh, I said Mobius for my favorite Owen Wilson.
Oh, Mobius. I thought you were thinking. I get those 2 mixed up sometimes. So you gotta cut me.
Well, when Morbius was first coming out, I was like, "Wait, Owen Wilson was a vampire in Loki?" I did not get it.
No. But what? Like, I don't know. Like, I get Mobius and Morbius mixed up.
I do too. I still do it. Like, I don't even know how.
But like I said, though, Morbius is one of the worst films I've ever seen in my entire life. It is
I'll accept that.
Fucking boring. Like,
I actually rewatched it the other day. I watched it because my dog was on the couch with me, and I was like, I'm bored, so I watched Morbius, and I couldn't last like 3 minutes without checking my phone.
I watched it in theaters, and I kept falling asleep because it was like I was just not into it.
We saw it 2 years ago.
I bought the movie because it had the lenticular slipcover, the 4K. I bought it. I gave it a second try. I mean, I'm still keeping it because it has the lenticular slip. I mean, the slip is just amazing. But I am never watching it again because I got about halfway through and I turned it off.
Yeah, we saw it 2 years ago exactly today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
I'm
was like
surprised.
that was like the cruelest April Fool's joke they ever played on us.
I remember we were so excited going into it, and then I was because like they already revealed Vulture was going to be in the post credit scene, so we were like, dude, we should cheer when Vulture shows up because that'd be funny. And then
Wait.
Vulture showed up, we were dead silent, and then we walked out of the theater like depressed for the next couple hours.
Yeah, yeah.
We were
But
excited
I do
because we
want to
knew it
say
was going to
though,
suck, but we were still like thought it was going to be fun, and we walked out just sad.
Yeah.
I saw that with my brother, and we didn't even stay for the post credit scene. Like after the movie was over, we just left.
Fair enough.
That just shows that I did not care. Like because I
Yeah.
was just like I was so over this movie already to a point. It's like I don't even want to watch the post credit scene.
I did that for Fast 10. Not that I didn't care, but I really had to go to the bathroom, and also the movie just ended. And I was like, "This was fine." I don't know, and I just left. But I guess Dwayne The Rock Johnson is returning to the franchise. I've only seen the 10th one, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, let me just tell you this. I mean, I like the majority of the Fast and Furious franchise, but at the same time, I am getting burnt out on them because there's been so many. But for the most recent ones, though, I'm saying like with like 7, 8, Hobbs and Shaw, I mainly kind of just been there for Jason Statham because he
I've
was the
heard
villain in
7's
the
good,
7th
though.
one, but then he was brought back in 8. But that's when he was actually working with the family, as you quote unquote may call it. You don't think that tight t-shirt's cutting off the circulation of your brain? You should get bigger size. Quote from Fate of the Furious, because that was the first time that Hobbs and Shaw were actually working together. Was in that one. So
I haven't seen any of the Fast and the Furious movies. I've only seen the memes. So
family. Oh,
and then I think
God.
Vin Diesel goes to space in one of them, and I was like, I thought this was a racing movie.
It's not Vin Diesel that goes to space in Fast 9. It was Ludacris and Tyrese that went to space.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw someone go to space, and I was like, I thought this was the racing movie. What's happening?
After that scene in Fast 9, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I am officially done with this franchise.
I'm surprised people are watching my Suicide Squad season 1 video because the season came out on Thursday, and then I just didn't play it for the first couple of days, and the video was just me yelling at my camera for like 8 minutes, and I just uploaded it. So I guess people are enjoying it though.
Yeah, I was in a completely different room and I heard him screaming, and I was like, dude,
really
how are you so angry?
People really love seeing the rants. So
yeah, and that's exactly what the video was. I was upset in that video. So
that's actually so true though. I did a ranting video too a couple months back for Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1. Freaking hate that movie. That movie can burn in eternity.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It just made me so mad because I loved. Yeah, it got 264 views because I love the Crisis on Infinite Earths book, and I watched the movie, and I was just sad. Like it just made me sad.
The biggest rant video I've ever done, which I'm kind of sad didn't get more views, was for Jeepers Creepers Reborn. I was yelling at the camera for that one.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't know if I don't know the last time I yelled in a video like this. I know I definitely raised my voice and said some things in the Madam Web review, but I don't know if I ever got this mad before in the video. I think this was the first because I didn't review Morbius. I wasn't doing YouTube when like Morbius or Jeepers Creepers Reborn came out. If I was, there would have been some stuff said, especially Jeepers Creepers Reborn, because that one it's something
that
I've seen
is
before.
I think I'll say it. It's the worst movie I've ever seen is Jeepers Creepers Reborn. It's the worst one I've ever seen.
You know the crazy part? I still enjoy Madam Web more or less. I still enjoy it less.
I mean, I can't really personally because I can watch Madam Web at least.
Yeah.
Like I can at least watch it and actually still at least have fun in the wrong ways. But I can still admit it's a really terrible film. Like I can still admit that.
It was funny. A couple years ago, Gab tried to show me Jeepers Creepers Reborn. We got about 10 minutes in, and I looked over to him and I said, "I'm not watching this crap." And then we never finished it.
Yeah. Same thing happened tonight. We were watching the film Poughkeepsie Tapes because Mike watched it earlier today, and we're like, apparently it's interesting, it's disturbing. So we watched it. We probably got 30 minutes in. And I was like, this is stupid. I just turned it off because I just didn't feel like finishing it.
There
Not
were
that it was,
parts that were genuinely creepy, but like there was just some stuff, and it was like kind of like silly, and so we were just making jokes and laughing at it. Which
yeah,
I
it
know
was just a dumb movie. So I was like, I don't feel like finishing this. I don't. And then I saw you went live, and I was like, I'll just join this. This is gonna be much better.
Yeah, Gab told me. Gab told me he was like Luke's doing a Q&A, and I was like, no way. So we turned off our TV. I grabbed my tablet, and I was like, okay, I'm hopping in.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. But I do want to say though, if you guys wanted something better to watch, later if you guys want to, I say especially for you, Gavin, since you love VHS 85, you should watch VHS 94.
Yeah, I think that one's on Shudder too, so I don't have to put in the Blu-ray because we lost our volume remote where we're currently at right now. We are currently watching movies while the basement's done, but it's on Shudder and the volume's fine on that, so that's perfect because I do want to watch the other two because I really enjoyed 85.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna text you that right now, actually. So if we want to watch that when the stream's done, we can, and we don't forget which VHS it is.
Yep,
I mean,
94.
There's only three.
But there was also a VHS 99, which is also pretty good. I enjoyed this one too. But
yeah, I got it on this thing right here. I got it on
this is the goat right here.
Feature. Yeah, 85. Great. I love it.
This is the goat right here.
Dreamkill was so good.
Yeah, Dreamkill was the best.
That was my favorite out of the bunch in there.
But I will say one of my
it's so good. But in regards to these three though, I mean, these are definitely not as good as the Shudder ones, but I mean, I really dig the first two. At least the first two are actually really good. This
we
one,
don't talk about viral.
I threw it again.
Like I give a fuck about that Blu-ray.
But I threw something in a video before. There was one time I yelled. I don't think the video's still up anymore. But I was talking about the Supergirl CW show, and I ended up complaining about Batman v Superman, and I picked up my copy of that and my copy of Supergirl season 6, and I just threw them as far as I could.
But I will say,
I've thrown a Blu-ray because wait, hold on. I got the perfect one for that. If you guys want to talk about the film where it's like you can't even say that if you've seen it or not because you can't see a damn thing in the movie. This fucking
Alien.
thing.
Is that Requiem?
Yep, Aliens versus Predator Requiem.
Still
you cannot see a freaking thing in this movie.
I've only seen the first Alien, and then I've only seen Prey in those franchises, but I want to clear at least all the Alien films. So,
good luck. Try to turn your brightness all the way up to watch this thing. So, you ready?
But I will say, a horror film that I watched recently for the first time that I picked up that I really, really enjoyed was I Know What You Did Last Summer. Really enjoyed
a really fun movie. I did watch that. I think I watched that one for the first time about 6 years ago, I think.
Really fun movie.
Really, yeah, a lot of fun. I know people this also might be kind of a hot take, but I even really like the sequel. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
I think people enjoyed that one, but I know people don't like the third movie. I know that.
Well, last time I checked the Rotten Tomatoes score for I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, I had like a 7.
What?
Yeah, I mean the first one's low too. It has like a 42, I think.
Which is not as low as the second one, but I mean I like the second one quite a bit. But the third one though, woof. Just watch the first two. Those are more fun.
Yeah, I plan to check out the first two because apparently there's going to be a sequel, a requel thing happening with I Know What You Did Last Summer. And apparently Jennifer Love Hewitt and then Freddie Prinze Jr. might come back for the new one.
Gotta say, the entire time we were watching I Know What You Did Last Summer, Gav was simping over why did I forget her name? You just said it.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah, her. Gab was
I
singing
was.
the
I
whole
was singing
time.
over her too. Like when I was watching both of them.
Mm.
Like I can't lie about that. Which also funny enough, Gavin. All right, I got some cleaning up to do over there, but got the same
Hey,
steelbook.
yeah. Great steelbook.
Wait, also I just looked at the cast list and I was like, why does nobody talk about this ensemble? This is a really good ensemble cast. They got Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Phillippe, Freddie Prinze Jr., Johnny Galecki, Leonard Hofstadter from The Big Bang Theory, and Bridget Wilson.
I will say, it is funny to me that Sarah Michelle Gellar fell out of a window in I know she did last summer, and then she was thrown out of like a window thing in Scream 2. So it happened twice for her in slasher films.
I think we can confirm that she's the perfect girl to be thrown out of a window.
I guess. I mean,
I just had to. I had to. Because it's like, if you really think about that, it's like perfect for being thrown out of a window.
it's weird that happened twice.
In two different movies. And they're not only just in two different movies, they're both slashers.
I know. Both like 90s slashers, I believe, as well.
Yeah, they're both 90s slashers. That's the hilarious thing. Like, and now I'm still laughing at that. Oh my god.
And I know what you did. I just looked it up. I know what you did last summer, and Scream 2 came out in the same year. 1997 for both.
Yep, back in 1997.
That's
That
funny.
is hilarious to me.
Why does the Scream 2 audience score have a 58? What?
What one?
That's
Scream
one of the
2?
best received ones, as far as I know.
Yeah, Scream 2 has a 58, Scream 3 has a 38, and then Scream 4 has a 57. So
No
only Scream 1, 5, and 6 have positive audience scores.
That is so weird to me.
Especially since, in my opinion, there's no bad Scream movie. But we might get one with 7, I guess we'll see.
The only one I don't like is 3, to be honest. That's the only one I don't like.
I don't mind 3, personally. I totally get why people want to enjoy it, but I don't mind it.
For me, Scream 3 is just kind of there, like in the franchise. It's just like if I'm doing like a marathon, but like I'm getting a little tired after Scream 2, I might just skip to 4.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
Scream
that's-
3 is pretty inconsequential, like in the grand scheme of like the franchise. It might be more, it might matter more going into 7, but like as of right now, it's doesn't really
In my
matter.
opinion, it has
But,
one of the worst killers. Granted, I think the worst killer is Ethan in Scream 6. He's my least favorite killer of the franchise.
That's fair.
But I think Roman's up there. Really, I only liked the detective as the killer in Scream 6. I didn't really care for Quinn or Ethan very much.
Fair enough. But I kind of felt I don't know if this is like true. This is definitely not true, but it's like I kind of felt like this was the intention for Sarah Michelle Gellar in both Scream 2 and I know what you did last summer, but I'm waiting for Gavin to get back, so I want him to hear this.
Mm-hmm. I think he can still hear, right? Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, he can still hear perfectly.
I know, but it's like
it's a story he's got to be right here for.
I know, but it's something I like. I need to see his reaction to this.
Yeah. I think he's just our mom had something done with her mouth today at the dentist to get her like teeth fixed up a bit, so we just got to do check-ins on her because she's got some stuff. But
Oh no, it's all right.
He should be back in a sec.
Yeah, come back.
Oh no, he was plugging his phone.
I was like as soon as he said something, I was like, "Yep, I hear him." But
Looks like we got a package.
oh,
It was so weird. There was a car outside. So I went up to go plug in my phone, and there was a car outside. They're leaving now, but it was like UPS, and they just were like just staying in our driveway until we grabbed the package. It was so weird.
Which is like extra creepy because for us it's 10 p.m. So like,
Yeah, like that's the weird thing about that. But like I said, I feel like this was Sarah Michelle Gellar's mindset in Scream 2, and I know what she did last summer.
That's it. But a gun. That's it. I'm jumping out through the window.
That's what I'm jumping out through the window. Like, if you guys don't know who that was, you guys know who it was? That was Jacksepticeye.
Oh.
That was on one of his Geometry Dash videos. He was like, let me see if I can find that clip again, because that shit. Wait.
Every time I go, you jump out the window.
Yeah.
Every time I die, I jump out the window. Seriously, like I was like, is he really gonna jump out the window? One more time, just for the hell of it.
That's it. But a gun. That's it. I'm jumping out through the window.
Just the sound effect at the end, like it's just a window breaking. Like, okay, I need to calm down. Because I remember when I was younger, when I was watching some of his videos, like I would just lose it. Like anytime he was cussing, like I have no idea why, but it's like it was just a thing for me.
I don't know why, but on my Twitter timeline, Halloween Ends like stuff just keeps popping up now, and I don't know why.
I thought you loved that movie though.
I do. Oh, I'm not mad at it. I do really enjoy the film, but it's interesting to me that it's not like when the movie was coming out. Like it's not like for like the 2-year anniversary or anything. But it's just weird. I'm seeing like so many people just like talking about Halloween Ends now. But I'm not mad at it. I am a defender of Halloween Ends.
I mean,
That's my favorite
I
Halloween
consider
movie, and
myself a
that will always
defender,
be
but I
my
will
favorite.
admit though there is issues with the movie.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
well,
perfect. No, it's not. It's not. It's
But
not. I wouldn't say it's like a really great movie, but it's one I really enjoy.
it's my favorite Halloween movie in the entire franchise, and I will die on that hill.
It is interesting to me what they did with Michael Myers, and John Carpenter still admits that it's that was his favorite of the trilogy that they did at Blumhouse was Ends.
Interesting. I honestly thought it would be 2018, but okay.
I really like the new lore they added, but it shouldn't have been in the finale for the trilogy.
Yeah, I think that's everybody's issue with that movie was that the decisions they made, like for it being the final one in the trilogy, like it should have been something that they should have explored with, like if this was like the third chapter in the franchise, they should have at least had it be like a 5-part series.
Yeah.
So that way they could have explored that and kind of built up to it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people's issues would have been fixed if instead of Corey, it was Cameron from Kills in 2018. And like we slowly start to see him like get more obsessed with Michael. And then like of course he doesn't die in Kills but
like when Michael's holding him and they lock eyes, that's when it like first like happens, and then we follow that kind of we see him like kind of struggling with that towards the end of Halloween Kills, and then it goes full. And I think that would have been. It still, granted, probably would have been received a little strangely, but I think it would have been received better.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you on that. To be honest with you, but I don't know. I mean, everybody hated it, but
it's not even poorly made or anything. Like it's well shot. The score is awesome. It's well acted. Like it's not a bad movie.
But I will admit, though, like, again, I wish there was a little bit more development in regards to Corey's character.
Yeah.
instead of what we just got in that opening scene, like, oh, he's supposed to be the bad guy. Like from the forefront, as soon as that first scene happens, it's like, oh yeah, he's supposed to be the guy that we want Michael Myers to kill. But
Now, granted, I will admit that it probably would have been a little too long, but I think if they added like 10 minutes more to the runtime, I think it would have helped.
because, like I said, it would have helped us like with developing Corey, because but also to have a little bit more about Michael Myers down on top of that, like
because there's so much stuff. I know there's a lot of stuff that was in the book of the novelization for Halloween Ends that just was not in the movie, and there was a lot of Michael Myers kills and a lot of Michael Myers stuff in the book that was just not seen in the film. And there was also a lot of stuff in the finale of Halloween that we saw in the trailer that was just not in the final film. So
And
I
also,
actually
like-
wouldn't mind if we got like an extended cut or something of Halloween Ends. Of course we won't, but
And also,
wouldn't
like
mind.
in the book version of it, the one who killed Corey's mom, it was Michael in the book, and we
Yeah,
actually
it
saw
wasn't
parts
Corey.
of that in the trailer for the movie.
yeah, I really don't know what happened with that, but I mean, so why'd they give us an extended cut for Halloween Kills, but they didn't give us one for Halloween Ends? That's just
Mm-hmm.
odd.
That's the weird. I feel I would have preferred an extended cut to Ends than Kills.
But Kills did give us the alternate ending, which I thought was much better than what we got in the theatrical cut. Like,
To be fair, the theatrical cut doesn't end really. Funny enough, it just like stops. Which, granted, seeing that in the cinema, and then it just cut to Halloween Kills, the title. I was like very excited, and I did have a blast with it. But I will admit, I kind of wish that we only got 2 films, and Halloween and the ending of Halloween Ends of Laurie versus Michael is how the kill should have ended. I think it just should have been her going to the house and finishing off Michael herself. I think that's how kill should have ended instead.
I actually prefer the ending of the theatrical cut to Halloween Kills. I think it leaves a bigger impact leading into the, like, obviously not seeing how Halloween Ends turned out. I think it leaves a bigger impact going into the next movie. Like the fact that basically Michael Myers essentially wins, which he still does in the extended cut, but I feel like they give it like a lot less time to breathe, and it's like Michael killed Laurie's daughter, but the movie's cut off. And I also feel like going into Halloween Ends, like the switch up with Laurie's character was really weird with how she moved on, because she refused to move on between 40 years when Michael was locked up. But when he's out roaming free, she becomes like fine within 4 years.
They really should have swapped the characters, like pretty much just the entire Laurie character of Ends to, like, I think Kills can still stay the middle chapter, but if like Halloween 2018 was like some of the story moments in there where it was the final film and Ends was the first movie, I think that would help a lot. Of course, without the Corey stuff and Ends, but like, I mean, just the stuff going on with Laurie, I think would have been much better and a much more cohesive trilogy.
Well, even having a copycat killer, if we threw that in the first movie of the trilogy, to kind of be like, yeah, we're doing another Halloween, but we're gonna really change it up from what we did before. And we get Corey evil in the first movie, and like pretty much kind of keep Halloween Ends with Michael Myers being a looming figure, and he gets more and more present throughout as the trilogy goes on. Where I feel like throughout the trilogy, he got it was kind of building up throughout 2018. We got a lot of Myers and the kills, and then in Ends we just barely got any Myers.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, I definitely get the points of that one. But again, though, when it comes to, but I do want to say this though, when it comes to Michael Myers and Halloween Kills, he is ruthless. Like,
Mhm.
I love the movie's called Halloween Kills for a reason. So
I mean, I know it's more reliant on the kills, but it's like, I mean, isn't that what people are there to see for the Halloween movies, or the kills for Michael Myers?
that's what I like in slasher movies. I like if there's some good kills. Like I was talking with Fritzky about like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre earlier, and I was like, I can overlook poor characters, which there are in Halloween Kills, if there's like other positives to look at, like good kills, for example.
Yeah.
I will say, slashers and monster movies fall into a very similar camp. Slashers, I'm there to see unique kills. Monster films, I'm there to see big kaiju's punch each other. And if I get that, I'll be happy. I mean, granted, speaking of that, it's a little off topic, but I don't know if you heard this, Luke, but apparently the third Godzilla and Kong movie is gonna not switch the roles necessarily, but Godzilla is gonna be the prominent kaiju for the next film compared to Kong. So.
All right.
I'm very excited about that because people are like, well, Kong only got one movie. He pretty much got three with because he was the lead of Godzilla versus and X Kong.
Yeah, so I get that, but again, let's go. I want to go back to Halloween Kills because there are some kills in that movie, like that Michael Myers performs, where I'm like, bro, you are fucking ruthless. Like, you
Bro
don't give a shit.
was tired of Haddonfield by the time he got to kills. He was sick of them.
Like the scene when he murders all the firefighters.
Love that scene. Oh my gosh, it's
Like,
so
bro,
good.
like,
I mean,
one of
that
them tries
people were
to
trying to
kill him with a
cancel the film for killing firefighters or and stuff like that, and I was just like, guys, it's a movie where a guy in a mask is stalking a town and he's just going ruthless. Just stop and just have fun with the movie.
I mean, bro, like one of the firefighters tries to kill Michael Myers with a little saw with a little buzz saw. It looks like because I know it's not a chainsaw. It looks more like a buzz saw. Michael Myers just turns the tables and gets the guy right in the face.
It's so good.
And I was like, God damn, bro!
What a way to
go
kick
that
off the
hard,
movie.
but okay, I like it. But
great.
But I do want to say though, for Abigail, because I know I'm talking about that ad nauseum, but I don't give a shit.
It looks awesome. I don't blame you. I'm excited.
Thank you, Cam. Thank you, buddy. But I do want to say though, just from the looks of the trailers, though, that movie looks like a bloodbath. Like,
yeah,
and I really
it's
hope
even
it
given
is.
in the reasoning. It says for strong, bloody violence and gore throughout. So I'm like, oh yes.
Oh yeah, that gets a vampire ballerina with Catherine Newton and Melissa Barrera. That's like the makings for
And
one
Dan
of the most.
Stevens, for that matter, and Dan Stevens.
That's in the makings for one of the most fun, entertaining horror movies of the year.
Because Dan Stevens, he was great in
forget.
Godzilla and Kong.
I also don't want to forget about one certain cast member in Abigail that I'm also there to see. I know he's not going to be in it for very long, but I'm still there to see it, which is Giancarlo Esposito, Gus Fring from my favorite show of all time, Breaking Bad. Like, why would I not be there to see my boy Gus Fring? Like, but I'm mainly there to see not just Melissa Barrera, Catherine Newton, or Dan Stevens, but a little girl as a ballerina little girl as a vampire killing people. Like,
yeah,
it's like that premise alone is enough to want to go see the movie, and then you watch the trailer, and the trailer rules, which makes you just want to go watch the movie even more.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, if there's a certain thing that occurs in the film, I'm not going to say what, because it's like, because I don't know what they're going to offer. But if there's a certain subplot in that film that occurs, I'm like, this movie could turn out to be like Renfield for a lot of people. It could be very divisive.
I still haven't seen Renfield yet, but
that movie is so much fun.
I really want to because I love Nicholas Hoult. So, and
I will,
Nick Cage also.
Wait, Gavin, you did. Oh, that's right. You did see Renfield, Gavin. I forgot about that. You have seen Renfield.
Yeah, I've seen it twice, I want to say. Fun movie.
I think I've seen it 3 times. It is so much goddamn fun. Like,
I can't believe. I wish more people saw it. The fact that it bombed just pains me because it's so good.
And also, what really pains me, the fact that people continuously trash on it, and I'm like, what?
It's actually good.
Like, but I mean, like, the biggest complaint from a lot of people that I hear is the CGI blood. Guys, it's a fucking comedy. They can get away with it.
I typically don't like that amount of excessive blood. It did not bug me at all in that movie because it's such an absurd movie and it knows it that
like,
it
works to the film's advantage. Like,
right.
Because it's like, because just by the concept alone of what Renfield is capable of with eating bugs and him turning into like a killing machine, it's like, of course he's gonna do the most absurd things, which wouldn't even require practical effects. You can just go ahead and just because even from what I saw from the trailer, I was like, this definitely looks like a B movie,
Mm.
and it's like. It is B movie on a whole another level, like especially with a lot of the fight scenes. The like the restaurant fight scene. Oh, that was so much fun. He cuts a guy's arms off with a decorative serving platter.
That sounds awesome. I think was that in the trailer. I think that might have been like the Red Band trailer for it because I saw the action scene.
It was kind of given in the trailer, but you don't. It was in the first trailer, but you don't necessarily see the arms get cut off.
Yeah. Because I remember seeing some of the action scenes, and I was like, "This looks really sick." And then I don't know, I just didn't watch. I just didn't end up ever watching it.
Yeah, I saw opening night in cinemas, and then I watched it again at home.
What was I doing when you saw it?
I think you were just at home. I don't think you wanted to see it.
I don't remember. Well, I want to see it now.
I saw it when it came out. I watched it when I got the Blu-ray. I watched it with Mike, and then I did the watch along for it. And if you guys want to see some of Fritzky's reactions to Renfield, especially during the apartment fight scene, go watch that video because that was so much fun. Because some of his reactions, I was like here's a good thing to do. For you, Cam, like especially watch that movie and then also put on our commentary in the background. Like
Smart. I should.
Because that's what Mike did when he watched Terrifier 2. He watched the movie and also put on our commentary in the background. And I still profess that might actually be the goriest movie I've ever seen is Terrifier 2. Oh my god, dude. Don't watch that movie while you're eating. I swear to God. Don't watch it while you're eating.
Because one time our friends came over and we were like, we want to watch a horror movie, and guy was like, I got a great one. So we turned on Terrifier 2. We probably got around a third through the movie, and like none of me and my other friends, we weren't really feeling the movie, so we never finished it.
Let me just say this. If when you get to the bedroom scene and you're eating, bro, make sure you have a bar fucking in front of you.
We did see the bedroom scene. We did see that. It wasn't as gnarly as everyone was making it out to be, in my opinion. Like, it was gnarly, but it wasn't as bad.
Was like, oh my god, dude. Like, that was...
I know that,
Gavin, I think you've seen Terrifier 2, right?
Yeah, I've seen it twice or 2 or 3 times.
You will at least agree with me that the bedroom scene, like... you will definitely need a barf bucket in front of you, at least, if you're eating.
Oh, yeah, I set down my popcorn right when that happened. I was not messing with that.
Because, oh my god, dude, like...
It was gnarly.
Off, like, Art the Clown cuts off her scalp and rips it off, literally breaks off her arm, and then splits her hand in half. And also rips off half of her face. Yikes. Like...
I know that these two movies aren't really comparable gore-wise, but when we saw last year, when me and Gav saw Evil Dead Rise in theaters opening night for our birthday, which was so cool. That came out on our birthday, so that's a special horror movie for me. But it was during the the kill scene that's like through the peephole in the hallway, especially with the eyeball bit. My mom was losing it, and she looks over at me. I'm eating pizza while the scene is going on, just watching it. I was having such a great time. That's one of my favorite theater experiences with Evil Dead Rise, simply just because it was so fun.
It was so good, but like even though like I'm not really that squeamish, I am pretty much a gorehound when it comes to horror movies. Like anything like super gory, I'm all in for. So that's, if you guys see Abigail in my top 10 of the year, don't be surprised, because
I mean, I already know it's going to be my number 1 of the year. It's going to be Dune for sure.
I mean, it's going to be. That probably might be my number 1, but again, I don't want to speak too soon though, because Monkey Man, Monkey Man might take the spot, but who knows?
You think so?
I don't know, man. It does seem like my kind of movie, so
Oh yeah.
I mean, some people will be like, "Well, the action's not over the top like Crank," and I'm like, "This is Dev Patel's baby," so it's like, this is not Crank, people. This is freaking like, this is Indian John Wick.
Exactly. It's actually the movie's not even going to be released in India.
But it was filmed in India.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard somewhere that it wasn't going to be released in India due to the content in the movie.
Well, supposedly there is a rape scene in the movie.
Yeah.
So.
I think I already have a guess for what, like, my top 3 of the year is going to be because, like, since Godzilla and Ghostbusters have already come out, there's only 2 more movies, or well, there's like 4 movies I'm looking forward to for the rest of the year that I don't, but 2 of them I don't think are going to make it in like the top 3. And the 4 that I'm looking forward to are, of course, Deadpool and Wolverine, which I think has a contender for being my favorite of the year if the trailer's anything to go off of. I'm also really excited for Joker 2. Deadpool and Joker are my most anticipated for the year. And then I think Craven looks really cool because it's R-rated, and I think that at least it could be fun. And I love the Venom movie, so I'm really excited for Venom: The Last Dance.
Fair enough. Gavin, what do you think, man? Like, what do you think is going to land in your top 3?
Top 3, man. I definitely think Dune's gonna stay at number 1 for the whole year. To be honest, I think Civil War might take 3rd place with what I'm hearing about it. I think that might be and then second, man, it depends if Deadpool is great. It might be up there, but I have no idea. And then Joker might be up there too. But I mean, there are a lot of good films coming out this year. That at least that look good. Like I saw the TV Glow, looks phenomenal. Joker might be. I don't know. The news about it being like having like 15 songs in it, like a jukebox musical, kind of turned me off of the movie a little bit. Didn't love that idea. But man, for top 3, just now at least, and it could change. I'm gonna say 3rd place, Civil War. 2nd place, I saw the TV Glow, and then 1st place, I'm going Dune Part 2.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Like, I think my top 3. Oh, God, this is so tough. But I think one that might stay in the top 3, I'm not going to be guaranteeing on it, might be Lisa Frankenstein. Possibly. I don't know. That one might stay. Dune Part 2 is definitely going to be staying in the top 3. Like, for sure. But I don't know. I could see either I could I don't know. I don't think Twisters is going to land in my top 3, but it might be my top 20. But I do want to say though, I could see either Immaculate or Late Night with the Devil popping into my top 5. Or but I really do think that Monkey Man is going to be in my top 3. Like,
with how excited you've been for that, I'd be surprised if it doesn't end up there.
Hell, it might even be my number 1. Who knows?
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like my top 3 is going to be like Deadpool, obviously in 1st place. I feel like the movie has everything I'm wanting in it. I feel like Madam Web probably is a strong contender to be like 3rd place for me. And
no surprise.
I feel like second place is going to be either Joker 2, because the first Joker is my favorite DC movie of all time. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and I'm actually really curious about the whole jukebox musical aspect of it, because I think it could either really work or really like dampen the movie. But if this movie kind of takes place mostly from Harley's perspective compared to the first one, I think it'll work.
Yeah,
but I think it's going to be for 2nd place either Joker, or just because I love the first 2 so much, and I just love like my good time comic book movies, I could see Venom sneaking in there.
We'll see. Let's see. The CB project is in here. It says, I really enjoyed the new Roadhouse. Thoughts? I loved it.
I thought it was
so good.
I enjoyed it a lot. I thought yes, it has its issues. Yes, it's stupid.
I mean, sure, it does have its issues, but it's like some of those issues I really can overlook because the movie itself is just too fun. My only issue I can't really overlook is that it's too long. It's almost 2 hours, and I'm like, it did not need to be.
Because like Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor, they are perfect in their roles. I think they're all so fun. I just had a great time with the movie. Yeah, I thought it was really fun.
That's currently my number 4 right now of the year is Roadhouse. That's my number 4.
The more I think about Roadhouse, the more I like it because it was such a good time and the action scenes were absolutely fantastic. And I especially love the way that the camera was moved with the cinematography. I feel like that made
Yes.
the punches feel way more impactful. And like every time there was a hit thrown, I feel like there was an extra like oomph to it.
Roadhouse is
agree.
8th on my list.
So Roadhouse has a lot of since like I'm like currently working on an action like short film project with Punisher. Roadhouse is already a big inspiration for me and what I want to get with those action scenes because I just think they were masterfully done.
Absolutely. But Gavin, you said that one's your number 8 right now is Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I could see that one being in my top 10, but who knows?
It's right under Lisa Frankenstein, I believe, is where it is.
The only one that it's under is no shock to anybody because I'm a fanatic, The Beekeeper. I mean, you guys shouldn't even be surprised by this point how much I love The Beekeeper. It's freaking Jason Statham. I can't complain. I mean, it's his best film in a long time.
I think Roadhouse is the perfect bro movie. Like,
oh yes, like
if you get together with a group of your guy friends and just turn on the new Roadhouse, I think you're all gonna have a great time.
That's why sometime over the summer, Mike and I have discussed we're gonna do a watch along for both of them, the Patrick Swayze one and the Jake Gyllenhaal Roadhouse.
Yeah, I have not seen the original yet, so
it's extreme 80s cheese, but it's like that's kind of the point. When
I don't see a problem
when
with
you hear a
80s
film
cheese.
called Roadhouse, it's like you expect cheesiness.
Yeah.
I mean, or even especially when you see Patrick Swayze like on the cover of a film like that, it's like no question you expect cheese. But yeah, we're definitely going to be considering on doing both Roadhouse movies because they're both so much goddamn fun.
Yeah.
But I definitely prefer the remake, though, for sure. I definitely prefer the remake. And no, it's not just because I'm a big fan of Jake Gyllenhaal. Don't get that twisted. I mean, who doesn't love Jake Gyllenhaal, though? Can we be real about that?
I will say that is probably my favorite performance of Gyllenhaal that I've seen, at least.
It's my second favorite.
I know what your first is, Mysterio.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought he was.
I don't know if you guys know for sure what my favorite Jake Gyllenhaal performance is.
What is it?
It's Nightcrawler.
Oh,
haven't seen it.
You guys need to see Nightcrawler. It is so good.
I've heard of it though.
But I think close second would probably be Donnie Darko.
Also, I haven't seen it.
I just loved him as Mysterio. Like, I thought he was perfect casting for it because, like, you look at him and you're like, yeah, he's gonna be nice and he's gonna help out Spider-Man. And like, even though like Gavin was actually fooled by like the marketing, he thought Mysterio was gonna be a good guy for it and not gonna be the villain. But like, I knew, but I thought Jake Gyllenhaal handled the switch between like the night superhero who like wants to help everyone between like insane technological manipulator. I thought he handled that switch perfectly just because he's that good of an actor.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you don't even have to even with some of his dialogue that he's given, though, it's all in the eyes. It's like I feel like he's just acting with his eyes, and I'm like, bro, this guy.
Yeah,
I love this man so much. Like,
there's really good like body actors that act with like their body because we don't see their face, like Pedro Pascal in The Mandalorian, and then we have like Jake Gyllenhaal who can really just emote any expression he's feeling with just his eyes.
I mean, which I recommend this. I mean, like, even if it may feel a little bit too slow for you guys, I still would recommend it just for Jake Gyllenhaal's performance, if nothing else. Guy Ritchie's The Covenant.
Oh, I've heard of that one. I actually do want to check that one out.
It is so good, but also Dar Salim, who plays the interpreter, is fantastic. But I was mainly there to see Jake Gyllenhaal in a war film because you don't see him very much in war films. Besides, the only one that I remember him being in is Jarhead, which highly highly underrated movie is Jarhead. Just the first one, to clarify, just the first one. Like, I don't even know like why Jarhead is a franchise. Like, I really don't know why. It's so weird to me. Like, when you think of movies where it's like, why is this a franchise? People would mainly think Jaws, which I agree. Yes.
Yeah.
But the one that brings more questions to my mind is Jarhead. Like, why is Jarhead a franchise? Oh my god. Moving on. He's referring to Roadhouse. Yes, the
Oh,
fight
they
scenes
for sure
were
were.
incredible. I thought Prince of Persia was fine. Like, I didn't think it was amazing, but it was fine. It was one of movies from Disney back in the 2010s.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's
I don't think it's very well
fine.
received though.
Is it a video
It was
game
not very well
adaptation?
received. Yeah, it's a video game adaptation, so that's probably.
I was gonna say I played the newest one. I thought the newest one was fine, but I thought it sounded really familiar.
I honestly thought that when you thought it was a video game adaptation, that was going to be a red light, because that was before video game movies really started to become good. But
I think they started becoming good with Detective
were
Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu. No, it was that and Tomb Raider when I was like, okay, video game movies are going to be good from now on.
Yeah, and then we got Sonic, which I love. And then me and Gav, we really dig the 2020 Mortal Kombat movie. We think it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I love Mortal Kombat. That movie.
Okay, because I know there's some people that hate it, and I just don't see it. Like sitting in the theater and hearing Scorpion say "Get over here" with the score kicking in, chills every time.
I mean,
and then of course
that was
Sonic
the first
2
movie
great.
that. Funny enough, though, that was the first movie that got me back into going to the cinemas. Was Mortal Kombat.
That's a good one. That's a great.
I got a little connection with that movie.
Yeah.
So,
and then we got
really
like
fun.
Sonic 2, which is awesome. The Mario movie is a perfect adaptation of the Mario games, especially like the world of the Mushroom Kingdom. And the animation is just beautiful. Like,
don't forget about the perfect movie Uncharted, which is one of the most forgettable films I've seen in a minute.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I had a good time.
I just don't. I'm not saying it's bad. I remember enjoying it, but I couldn't tell you like anything that happens in it because I don't remember anything from it.
I remember back when it came out, though. I kind of like that was one of my favorite not just only background noise movies, but one of my favorite like comfort movies was Uncharted, because it's a perfect movie to just relax to.
Yeah,
like,
I haven't played any of the games, but the trailer.
Same here. I never played the games.
Yeah, the trailer. I know Tom Holland looks nothing like the actual Nathan Drake. But I really like Tom Holland. It looks like a fun adventure movie, and it has Mark Wahlberg. I love Mark Wahlberg, so I figured why not check it out? And me, Gavin, our cousin, who actually loves the Uncharted games, we saw it, and he really liked it too. So it was a fun time.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, let's see, what else did we have? Let's see, we had the newest Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. I enjoyed it. I mean,
I didn't mind it.
I watched it my
I'm not
first time, and I was
huge
like,
fan of the Resident Evil games, but I've seen gameplay of and the storylines they shove into that movie are the first two games.
Yeah,
I've seen gameplay of the first two games, and it looks like a lot of fun.
I thoroughly enjoy the games. I will admit, I don't think they're perfect. There's not one that I really, really love. I really enjoyed the Resident Evil 4 remake from last year. I haven't beaten it though, but I will say I do really enjoy the games, and as someone who has played the games a lot, specifically 4 and 1. I got a lot out of the film as a fan, but as a movie, I was kind of left short by it. I will admit.
It's not a great movie to be fair. Not a great movie. I mean, there is a lot of problems with it, but
it's fun.
I can. That's another one I can throw on for background noise if I'm just working on something, like if I'm working on chores, anything like that, and I need something to keep me entertained. I'll just throw that on.
Yeah, I played the first 2 games. I've played Resident Evil 4, and I've played a lot of Resident Evil Village, and I played Resident Evil 4 VR quite a bit, which was really fun. So going into it was I think it was a year ago. And like it was a random night in October, and I was like, I'm bored. So I turned on Welcome to Raccoon City. It was my first time watch, and I had a great time. I was like, this was a really fun zombie movie. They crammed in a lot of fun aspects from the games, and you could tell the filmmakers behind it were massive fans, which was really fun. But I was just like, yeah, this is a fun zombie horror movie. It's not a great movie, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, like I can say that for sure. It's a lot of fun. I mean, not as for someone who doesn't have like big experience with the Resident Evil games, I can still say I had fun with it.
Yeah, it's just a fun zombie movie.
But yeah, let's try to see what else. Like I said, Detective Pikachu, love it. I love both Sonic movies. I mean, as a Sonic fan, couldn't be any happier.
Yeah, Ben Schwartz, perfect
but I
casting.
do want to say though, let's see, we also had like I said, we already talked about Raccoon City. We also talked about Uncharted. I'm trying to think of other. We already talked about Mario. I mean, you guys know my feelings about Mario. That movie was awesome.
It was snubbed for best animated feature.
Well, I don't know about that one.
Like, I would say like animation wise, it was snubbed.
Animation wise, for sure.
I totally get why it wasn't on there. It's
like,
great to look at, but there is nothing else happening. Like it's fun to watch. You know, if you just are looking at the screen, you can tune in and out of it, and you'll know exactly what's going on. Very thin on story, but I mean, granted, the animation is very cooked. Very.
But I mean,
very.
a lot of people complain about there's not much of a plot in Mario Brothers, but I'm like, have you guys not played a Mario game? That's the whole point.
That's my issue. Like that's my same thing with Five Nights at Freddy's when it comes to video game films. Is that some people with Mario, and not a bash on anybody who says it, but like when people are like, well, Mario games don't have the story. It's a game. It doesn't really need to have a complex story if it's fun. Whereas a movie, I think it should have at least an engaging story, and I don't think Mario did. And when Five Nights at Freddy's, when I was at school or something, and I was talking about the film, and I was like, it's messy, not a big fan of it. And they were like, well, the games are messy, and the games are convoluted. And same thing where it's a movie, it should be translated as such. So those are just some of my nitpicks with it. But I mean, I guess we could, I mean, you know, it was a huge success. I know a lot of people loved it, so we could throw Five Nights at Freddy's up there as one of the positives for video game movies. Even I didn't hate it.
I mean, I sure as hell can, because
I gotta grab something related to FNAF.
Like, I am a huge fan of the Five Nights at Freddy's games. I mean, I haven't played anything past 4 because it was by that point where I started to kind of lose interest in the games to a point where it's like, okay, they're doing too many.
Yeah, I
don't play Security Breach. It sucks. So
I found this earlier today. It's the ticket I used when I went and saw Five Nights at Freddy's in theaters.
I have this right here.
Yeah, I love the FNAF movie. I don't care. It's messy, sure, but I love how they brought the game to the screen and the way they did
it from a critical standpoint. Let me just say this: if I had to look at it from a critical standpoint, it's not a good movie. But as a fan, and with what they were able to offer, not just with Easter eggs, but with story, like I was actually really intrigued with the story, with what they were trying to do, talking about custody.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that storyline.
Yeah, I will say 20% is so weird. Like even as I look at through a critical lens, I'd say it's more like in the high 40s for a critic score. I'd see more of than a 20%.
I would understand the critics more if it was in like the mid to high 50s or even into the high 40s. Like that's where I would understand like with the critics, but it's in like the 30s from the last time I checked, and I
think it's in the 20s actually. That's the time I checked. I thought it was in the 20s.
And I was like, what?
But speaking of the tickets, I actually found mine for Scream 5 recently, which I was
very cool. I need to put some of my tickets in some of my Blu-rays though, because I've been forgetting to do that. But there are some that I still left over.
I grew up playing the FNAF game, so like seeing the oh my gosh, the best part of the movie, the animatronic designs. They look perfect.
They look exactly like the ones in the games.
They are designed perfectly. It made me so happy. Josh Hutcherson was so good. I love the dream theory aspect that they added into the movie because I think that's such an interesting way to take it and tie in William Afton. Which, yeah, sure, it was messy, like with the William Afton reveal, and it wasn't really much of a reveal. But I was still really excited that we have Matthew Lillard in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. So yeah,
Now that was good. Now that was cool right there. Let me just.
yeah.
So I'm not even kidding you. These are the. Well, I'm getting Lisa Frankenstein next week. I pre-ordered it, so.
I do need to get that one.
It's so fucking good. I cannot wait to watch it again.
I really
The ones I
enjoy
have
it.
left over right now that I need to put in the cases are Wish, Wonka, the Iron Claw, which hold on, it's right here. So I think I'll just go ahead and do this live. I'll go ahead and take it in the case.
And
Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's is a perfect adaptation. Yeah.
I'm gonna. There we go. Because if there's ones that are combo packs, yeah, if there's ones that are combo packs, I just stick them inside the case, like literally like this. Like here, I'll close it up. I just stick it in like this.
Yeah.
But I will say about FNAF,
combo
it's a
packs.
perfect video game adaptation because it's as messy as the games. I will say that. Animatronics a great story, as messy as all hell. But you have a good time. Like I would be lying if I said I was bored while watching
I
FNAF.
wasn't. I mean,
I was just say it was cut short for me, and I was walked away. Even though I gave it like a 6 out of 10, I believe 6.5 out of 10, something like that. I still walked away disappointed. But I hope the second one is more scary. And I hope it has a better story.
Yep. I guess
Oh,
we'll go ahead and
32% critic score.
Yeah. What, 32 you said?
Yeah, 32% critic score, 87% audience score.
See, I much more lean with the audience score there.
I actually lean more with the critic.
But I just put in my ticket for anyone but you. If it's just a singular disc and there's no if it's not a combo pack, I just stick the ticket right here.
Yeah. Another like kind of smaller scale video game adaptation that's like not really talked about because it was straight to Blu-ray and it's kind of a pseudo video game adaptation is the Injustice animated movie based off of the DC games.
Not good.
The reason it's only
It was
kind
fine.
of the reason it's only like kind of an adaptation is because there's like the Injustice games, but then there's like 6 years of comic book that like not only adapt the games, but it kind of bridges the gap in between games. But like I like the Injustice movie, but at the same time it infuriates me. Because like as its own thing, I think it's a fun DC multiverse story that like takes place in another universe. And it's like, yeah, they character assassinate basically every character, mostly Superman and Wonder Woman. But I still think it's like an interesting story and a fun movie, and I love the games. But also because I love the game so much, it infuriates me because it's a terrible adaptation of the games. They changed so much up, like, and they just crunch so much of it because they crunched 6 years of a story into an hour and a half movie, which not a good idea.
No, it's not.
But yeah, I think the movie itself, I quite like it. I think it's fun. I enjoy it. But when I start to think of it as an adaptation of Injustice, I just start to get like more mad about it.
Yeah, I get that. And I'm looking at this certain ticket right now. I forgot that I saw this piece of shit in theaters.
Oh,
Okay, I saw because you gave it
just
half
goes
a
to
star,
show you
right?
How much I hate the movie. I hate it.
You gave it half a star, right?
Yes, and it is my least favorite movie of the year so far.
Really? I gave it 1.5 star. I thought it was.
And look, that's fine. Like,
Yeah, the
like,
reason
I
I gave it.
understand
I
if you're
think-
on like that spectrum. Like, I understand some people they
Yeah.
got some redeeming qualities. I don't see the appeal of the movie though. I don't see why
Yeah.
people like it.
80% of that score came to me laughing just the entire time at the cinema.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
did not laugh a
the
single
hilarious
time.
thing I've ever seen.
The
After
movie
the-
sucked,
After the
but I
first
had
20 minutes
fun.
wrapped up, though, let me just say this. After the first 20 minutes wrapped up, I was like, I could just leave. Like, I almost got up. I couldn't even tell you how many times I almost got up and left. Because I was like, And when the twist was revealed, I mean, you guys have already seen it, so yeah. But for anybody that has not seen it, hold
You
on.
probably weren't going to anyway. So
Let me
No.
just say this. This is my wallet right here, and I have some cash in here. Like you keep that money in your wallet, and hell, even if you're trying to spend some money on your cards, like let me just say, like your credit card or something like that, don't keep it in your wallet. Don't, because you don't want to pay the debt after watching that movie. Just gonna say that. I'm trying to keep you guys from wanting to subject yourself to torture that I had to do. Or
See, the
hell,
difference between me giving it like 1.5 star, even half stars, that I thought it was at least semi watchable, but like it's on like a very similar level to Night Swim, with me personally, where I was like, I laughed more in Imaginary, which is why I think it's just a smidge better, but like it's still awful. It's still a terrible movie,
Yeah,
but
I
like
thought
I mean, it's not
But,
as bad
I
as
was-
Madam Web or Megamind to me personally.
But
yeah,
I do want to say though, I got one laugh out of Night Swim. That's even though I still hate the movie. I got at least the reason why I gave it like on my scale on my letterbox for a 4%. I'm not joking you. That's what I gave Night Swim was a 4%. because of that one laugh, and that's literally it. Like
I was wondering when it comes to, because I've seen a lot of people do like the 100% scale ranking, and I've been thinking about trying it. How do you like narrow it down for like specific scores like 4% instead of doing like either like and compared to like 5.5 or like the 0.5 scale being like 55, 50, stuff like that? How do you narrow down like a specific score like that? Because I've been wondering that.
well, it kind of depends on like how, like even if it's like a really like god awful movie, like say for me like Imaginary or Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate, which that one I gave a 0 to because I did not find a single thing redeeming about it.
Fair.
And even as I thought about Imaginary, yeah, I haven't edited my review because I really did not care. But that one I would have lowered down to a 0, to be honest with you. But again, I know people are going to be thinking you're too hard on it. I don't fucking care. The movie pissed me off.
See, I don't think you're too hard on movies. I think Graham might be a little bit too hard on movies. But
Migration, Arthur the King.
here's the thing: I don't like Migration. I gave it a 4 out of 10. But like, it's not awful. Like, it's bad in my opinion. It's bad, but it's like it's passable. Like, well, not
Like,
passable, but it's like whatever.
There's at least some good laughs. Like you got.
it is
There's at least
a
laughs.
cute movie. That is what I would give it. I would say I don't think I could give it a score. I would say it is a cute movie.
Yeah, I get that for sure. But I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think of another one that I thought he was too hard on. Godzilla X Kong.
Actually,
1.5 star.
But I do. But let me just say this. To kind of continue on with my analogy of what Gavin asked. So if it's like a slight redeeming quality for me, like a slight redeeming quality, that's why I would only give it like at least like a 1 or at least like a couple percentages higher, because even though I still hate the movie, but it kind of depends on, like, even for films I love that I give like a certain score to, say like what would I say, like a 96%, which is still not like my higher 4.5 standard. It would kind of depend how big my nitpick is with the film, or certainly when I give 4-star movies, it kind of depends on how big some of my issues are. Like, so that's kind of what it really narrows down to. I mean, even with Migration, which I totally understand what on your end, Gavin, I totally understand. It's just granted I don't understand though, because it's like it's the most irritating piece of shit ever. Like,
it's an
what it makes it
animated
sound like.
duck movie about ducks migrating. It can't be that infuriating.
The reason I gave it a 4 is not necessarily that it's a bad movie. It's not for me. I wouldn't say it's bad because I think for its target audience, they're gonna love it.
I mean,
For me personally, it just wasn't for me.
and then he calls me on and being like, I felt like he feels like I have the brain of a 6-year-old.
Sometimes you just want a movie that you can just watch and just smile at and enjoy. And I think Migration is a perfect example of that. I think
And that's-
Migration and the Mario movie are perfect examples. You want to feel like in a good mood, you turn on those movies and just have a good time for an hour
And
and a half.
they are both beautifully animated. I must say, Migration
So
looks
true.
amazing.
So I don't understand why Greg Grant gave it 0 because the animation looks great. Like
It's the best part of the movie. I was just watching it on the TV, even though I was like, I'm not feeling this. It's kind of dumb. It's not my thing. But I was still sitting there like, at least I have something like interesting for my eyes to keep looking at. So
I don't even think the animation was the best part of the movie for me. I think the comedy was the best part.
Yeah,
I think the
the
movie
funny
was
thing
so
was
funny.
though, it's the same guy that wrote one of my favorite movies, School of Rock. So
is that what Jack Black?
Yep.
yes,
I haven't
sir.
seen it.
But no,
I know,
Migration
I
was
haven't seen that
so
one
funny.
either.
Like it was so funny. The joke, like yeah, it was like an Illumination kids movie, blah blah. But the jokes were actually like really good.
I did laugh
Like,
a couple times. I would be lying if I said I didn't laugh.
I can tell you, was like, oh, Duck a l'Orange is supposed to be a joke. Duck a l'Orange is a real thing, dude. That's real food.
Yeah, and it was
So I felt like with
hilarious.
what Mike White was actually writing in that script, I was like, bro, you are so clever, my man. And also the
Right.
thing I really enjoyed about that movie, I do want to say this though. One thing I really admired about that film was not only was how funny the movie was, how dark some of the jokes were. Because some of the jokes were actually kind of dark for a kid,
Yeah.
not only just a kids movie, but Illumination standards. Like,
I will say it is interesting to me that that Grant said it was like kid pandering. Like that's supposed to be a bad thing when that's its target audience. Like that's like saying
I don't even
Godzilla,
think- but-
like Godzilla
I
and
do wanna say
Kong
this,
is
though.
like too goofy. That's what its target audience is made for. Like it's supposed to be that.
But can I tell you this though? When it comes to pandering, when it comes to Migration,
Yeah.
it's trying to teach kids a lesson about overcoming your fears, like because Kumail Nanjiani plays this overprotective father, like so he has a fear of wanting to, because in the beginning you see why he doesn't want to bring out his family to migrate over to Jamaica, but as soon as like the film progresses, there's character growth, like you understand the characters more as the movie goes on.
And the
It's
movie
not
has
the most-
the movie has so much heart to it too. Like
It's not
yeah,
the most
there's a lot of heart.
groundbreaking thematically, but the theme works again for its target
well,
audience.
I think some
It's not
things
for me,
like I think some
but
like
the target
critics.
audience can enjoy it.
Yeah, I think some critics need to like not this isn't targeted at anyone in specific, but I just think some critics overall need to realize that just because a movie, like especially when it comes to animated movies, just because movies have a target demographic that they're aiming towards, doesn't mean people outside of that demographic can't enjoy it, connect, and love that movie.
I mean, I'm not necessarily the target audience for that kind of movie, but the movie just warmed my heart, and plus, it was something I needed after just another really ass busting day of work. Like,
Yeah. You
I
just
was like,
sometimes you
I
just need a
needed-
movie to just make your heart happy, and a movie that you can just enjoy and forget about all your problems for 90 minutes. And that Migration is a perfect example of that.
yeah, and I mean, even when I watched it with Noah, like he even understood why I enjoyed the movie so much, like because he dug it too, and like I said, there were some jokes in the film that I thought were pretty dark for a kids movie. Like I said, one of my nitpicks is that like we didn't need to have a villain. The villain I thought was just kind of just shoved in there, just so that way we can have more conflict. Which I appreciate a little bit more conflict in a movie like this, but it's like already felt like there was more conflict of the family rather than just the chef.
Yeah, I thought the villain was forced.
Yeah, that's just me nitpicking though, because it's like I still
It's a
enjoy
problem with the
because
movie, but it doesn't damper anything for me personally.
I agree, like because I was just still having fun with it. But Gavin, I totally understand like why. Like I know it's not for you, and I totally get that. Like just like at least you say that it's just not for you. If you say it's not for you, I would understand it more. Like I would,
Which is
understand
totally the case. A bad movie? No, but I gave it a 4 because it's not my thing.
I feel like
Exactly,
Illumination is
it's not
really
your thing,
turning
like,
around, like especially with their writing and their animation, especially. Like I feel like the Mario movie was kind of like a silver lining for Illumination, and it was like, yeah, because the Despicable Me movies, in my opinion, I still have fun with them, but they can be like pretty annoying at some part. But
Minions.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like after the Mario movie, and then we got Migration, I feel like it's like a silver lining, and I actually have some hope for Despicable Me 4 that it's going to be different than the other ones in the Minions like franchise.
Well, I mean, I'm just hoping it's better. I'm just hoping it's better than the both the Minions movies, but at the same time, it's like I'm already seeing the trailer like way too. Like I already feel like I'm seeing the trailer way too many times in the theater.
Same.
I've done it quite a bit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Can I just please get something else? Can I get another? Can I get the Borderlands trailer or something like that? I'd rather watch that more. What about Twisters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Borderlands or Twisters trailer in cinemas yet.
Yeah, they need to like
I
swap
got
out some of the
Borderlands
other trailers.
twice. I got Borderlands twice. I
I think
that
they
in
need to
front of-
throw in the Borderlands trailer more. I haven't seen the trailer like on YouTube yet, so I still haven't even seen the trailer for the movie yet. But
It looks
I'm
like
I'm hoping that they play it in the theaters because I think it'll be a fun trailer to see on the
It
big
looks
screen.
like so much fun.
Yeah,
It
I
does.
want Borderlands needs to be added to the rotation more. I've only seen the Deadpool trailer once in theaters. And I think that if like they play it before an R-rated movie, they should do the like YouTube version of the trailer. And then
I
what
saw
was,
it before Dune. Well, for my second and third viewing of Dune, I saw it.
what
I
was
got,
the other movie you mentioned, Luke? You mentioned trailers that you wanted to see. You said Borderlands, and then I think there was one more.
Like I was saying, like ones that I wanted to see more in the theater rather than just Despicable Me 4. And look, even though I'm still actually excited for Garfield, I still feel like I'm getting that trailer a little bit too much. Like,
Yeah.
The one that I said besides Borderlands was Twisters.
Yes. I
Because
I only saw the trailer
like I
once.
said, I got the Borderlands trailer twice. I got it in front of Dune, and I got it in front of Arthur the King. Speaking on Lionsgate, but the Twisters trailer I only got in front of Dune Part 2. Not even joking you. I've seen the trailer.
I've only
on
gotten the
YouTube.
Deadpool trailer in front of Dune.
I've seen the Twisters trailer a good amount of times online because I mean I'm just so pumped for it because I can't wait. But it's the same. It's even the same with Monkey Man and Abigail. But Abigail, I mostly just watched the last like I'd say like 20 seconds of the trailer because it's like if I go throughout the middle of the trailer, I feel like I'm just gonna get spoiled for the rest of the movie because to be fair, the first trailer did show quite a bit, like. But at least what I like about the trailer, even if they do tell you that certain characters die, they're not showing you how they die.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they tell you that they die, I guess that's fine. But it's like they just don't show me how they die.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you show me how they die in the trailer, I'm just gonna be like, I saw this already. Because like once you see how they die in the movie, that's cooler. Like, because it's like you actually feel a little bit more impact than what you just see in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the movie itself just looks like a lot of fun, regardless. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, how do we kill a vampire? Oh, like, what are we talking about? Like Anne Rice or True Blood? You know, Twilight. And I was like, what better person to give off those kind of pop culture references than Catherine Newton? Like, she was just. I feel like she was just kind of perfect for that role. Like, But when I first saw the trailer for it, I got it in front of Boys in the Boat, which, by the way, is very mediocre. Just, I don't even know why I paid my money to see that. I mean, look, it was fine, but like, I wish I just would have watched it at home. But here's the thing, though. I do want to say though, the first time I saw the trailer for Abigail was in front of that movie. When it was revealed that the little girl was a vampire, I was like, "Oh yes." This is what I signed up for.
That's a reveal for the big screen to see. Like for the trailer. Like there's some trailers that just work excellently in a theater.
Well, and plus there's some that I don't well, also there are some trailers where it's like I think it's best if you don't reveal what's really going on.
Mm-hmm.
But with that one, like that one just took the audience by surprise. Like it was a little girl who was a ballerina dancer, but is a vampire. And I was like, okay, I don't need to see anything else. I'm already sold. Like, but I think I've gotten that trailer like 5 times now in front of my cinema. That I think that's the
I
most.
think I've only seen it once, which was actually my first time watching the trailer, which was really fun.
But I can say 6 times though, because I saw Godzilla -1 twice, and I got that one both times. But I mean, I wasn't bothered by it though because I was already so hyped.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what else I got. I know I got it in front of, like I said, Boys on the Boat. I did get it in front of Arthur the King. I know that. I did get it in front of Arthur the King. I did get it in front of Ghostbusters, which, by the way, it's good. It's not.
It is good.
It's. I would argue it's great. Honestly, I think it's really fun. I think it's a really solid Ghostbusters movie. I think the characters are still good. I think the ghosts that we see are really interesting. I don't know what people are on about. I think Afterlife relies far more on nostalgia than this one does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Ecto-1 chase at the start through New York, that was part of the trailer, so I wouldn't really count that as a spoiler. But that was a really fun scene, and I just love seeing the Ecto-1 again. Paul Rudd is a national treasure, so seeing him in anything is awesome. The original 3 Ghostbusters are as good as ever, and I don't know, the villain was awesome. I wish we got more of the villain because what we got was so awesome.
And even also the effects look great.
They do. They look really good. Like there were some moments with certain character that wasn't in the marketing. So if you haven't seen Ghostbusters, I'm not going to say who they were, but they at first it took me a minute to get used to, but after like the first couple scenes, I was like, okay, yeah, that works for me.
So yeah, definitely got that. Also, I do want to say though, with Frozen Empire, the only trailer I've gotten for that one in front of any movie that I've seen was the teaser. And I'm like, I'm still not going to complain though. But the first time I got it in front of a movie was not a good one though. Sadly, I got it the first time I got it was in front of Napoleon.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot about that one.
You guys know how I feel about that one. It's not good. I'm just glad I saw Wish like literally like not even a week later because I was just so disappointed by Napoleon and how pretty boring that movie is. Like it's very boring for most of it except for the ice battle. Like the ice battle was incredible throughout that movie. I think that's what really
cardinal sin for a movie is if it's boring. Like I think that's the worst thing a movie can be is boring.
Like it's not just committing a cardinal sin, but as Jeremy Jahns calls it, it's committing the cardinal sin.
Yes, exactly.
And Napoleon committed that cardinal sin, even though there's things I liked about it. Like I said, the ice battle was incredible. The costumes are great. The production design is really good. And Vanessa Kirby was the best performer in it. Yeah, shockingly, not even Joaquin Phoenix. Because it's just I just see Joaquin Phoenix. Like I don't see Napoleon Bonaparte. All I see is Joaquin Phoenix.
The only movie I've seen with Joaquin was Joker, and now every time I look at Joaquin Phoenix, like I don't recognize him as Joker I don't recognize him as himself because he did such a physical transformation for the movie that like that's all I can see when I think about his name is I think Joker, not like the actor himself. But that's because I think he embodies roles really well when it's a good script that backs him up.
Yeah, I get that. But I also do want to point out the weekend before that, before I saw Napoleon, I saw one of the best movies of 2023, in my opinion, and Gavin knows how much I love this movie. Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. Honestly,
I love that movie so much.
Like I still don't think enough people are
let me just
talking
say
about
this.
it.
Let me just say this. Sure, the characters are not great. I can give it that, but it kind of gave me vibes of like some of those old school slashers of bad characters, but with a little twist to it, with like a little modern day twist.
Yeah,
which is really what I admired about it. Because I mean, like when you look at characters like that, you know it's like an Eli Roth movie. Like,
Yep.
You know it's made like you know what movie you signed up for. You know who it's made by, and you're in for it.
Thanksgiving has exactly what I want going into a slasher movie, which is like I don't care if the characters are bad as long as there's other positives that like can help me overlook that. And we had a great killer, like a really great killer, and I really hope we see
Not
more of
just a
him.
great killer, Cam. I mean, Gavin would even agree with this too. A ruthless killer.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Which brings me into the next point. The kills in the movie were so good. The turkey kill, I'll call it.
Oh God, chills.
Oh my gosh, that haunted me for a bit because like that was
But
brutal.
the kill that got me, even though I don't even like, even though now that I'm looking back on it, I'm just gonna laugh at it because of how ridiculous it might be. Even I can say the person that got killed just through that kill deserved it. Like,
Yep.
After what happened at the beginning.
I also think the whodunit aspect
it's the dumpster kill I'm talking about. It's the dumpster kill.
Mm-hmm.
When this fat chick who works at the diner tries to get into her car, and then we find out that John Carver's there. She makes the dumbest choice by running into the dumpster, and then Carver runs into it, and then she gets split in half.
Yep.
And then but I don't even. It's one of those cases where you don't even feel bad for laughing when you think about the context of what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with that character in the beginning running over Amanda.
Yeah. I also think the killer reveal worked pretty well for the movie. And it was a motive I wish was a little bit more set up, to be honest. But it was
but like
it was a great motive. In retrospect, I wish it was set up, but I think it was a really cool motive. And honestly,
the motive really got me. And when we find out, spoilers for anyone that has not seen Thanksgiving, spoilers.
But you should definitely see it.
It's on Netflix now, so you guys have no excuse. Or hell, go buy it.
Yeah,
go buy it.
Support physical media. It's the way to watch movies.
Yes, because it might even be taken off of Netflix here pretty soon. So just go buy the movie.
Yep.
I mean, even for you guys, because I'm going to be doing a watch along for Thanksgiving in November. I'd love to get you guys for that one.
Oh, for sure. I'd love to rewatch that.
I mean, especially watching it with a group of friends, like that would be the perfect way to watch it.
That's gonna be a great time right there.
Oh yeah.
But I do want to say this though. So here's the reveal. So it's revealed that the sheriff, Patrick Dempsey, is the killer. But when we find out why he was really the killer, because Amanda was killed during the Black Friday riot, and she was actually pregnant with his kid. I was like, and when we find out when he said, "You took my family from me," and she was actually pregnant, I was like, "Oh my God, dude! I really feel bad now."
Us and our friends that were over, none of us spoke for a couple minutes because we were like, "No freaking way!"
That actually. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That actually made me feel bad for him.
I did too. It's a great motive when you can feel for the killer. You're like, yeah, what you're doing is wrong, but I get it. I understand where you're coming
it's
from.
Path of Vengeance. So
I
get that to a certain extent, but it's you didn't need to kill all these people, but a few of them did deserve it, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the lady at the diner deserved it because she was such an asshole, and because of the way that she was the stepmother was treating our final girl, I was like, I hope you die.
Mm-hmm. And this was a super funny part
when she gets cooked, dude. I was like, even though I was still shocked, what was happening.
Yeah.
Inside though, I was like, thank the Lord.
Mm-hmm. But there's a super funny moment when we were watching it for the first time with our friends. It was funny. We watched Thanksgiving on New Year's Day, but that's a great way to celebrate the New Year. But one of our friends does not do well with gore at all, and none of us knew how gory Thanksgiving actually was. And so I don't remember exactly what kill it was. It actually might have been the turkey scene, but he started gagging and looking away from the screen during one of the kills in the movie.
Oh, the dinner table scene, yeah.
Yeah, it was that, and he
Looks
started
great,
gagging.
too.
I was like, "Bro, you good?" And he was like, "Yep, I'm fine." And so we just kept watching.
I think that goes on me though. I probably should have warned you guys how gory that movie is.
No,
I
that was a really fun surprise. Like, because I was expecting, oh, it's gonna be kind of like Halloween where there's some gore moments, but it's not too bad. And then you get to Thanksgiving and you're like, holy crap, this is unhinged, but in the best way possible.
and that's Eli Roth for you because like a lot of his films are bloodbaths. Like so, like Hostel 1 and 2. Those are I think those are both made by him. Those
I
are
believe so.
bloodbaths. What's another one? The Green Inferno. Oh, that's some ones I cannot handle because it's like that's one of the only times like because like I said, I know I'm a gore hound, but those are some gore scenes like I cannot handle because it's like that is too much. Like I know what you're thinking. Oh, you love Terrifier 2 though. You can get through that. But some of the stuff that occur in the Green Inferno, especially since the killers are cannibals,
Oh god.
I cannot handle it. Like,
Well, when you watch
the scene, like, when this guy,
Green
like, let me say this. I want to say this. The scene like when this guy is getting, like one of the guys is getting killed. He gets his legs and arms chopped off with an axe. He gets his eyeballs removed.
Oh,
Like I'm not joking. He gets his eyeballs removed, and one of the cannibals eats it, and also he gets his tongue cut off, and it gets eaten.
Oh, god.
Like I cannot handle that.
I was struggling with Saw too. I don't think I could handle Green Inferno.
You cannot handle that. But it's like when it comes to some of the gore in the other Saw movies, buddy. Oh, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
I'm ready for the next watch along. I'm prepared to be there for all of them. So.
Yeah, and I want to ask you this though. I know I'm kind of feel like I'm leaving you out of this, but it's
Oh no, you're good. You guys are good.
But I do want to ask you this though. When it comes to the Saw movies, like, because you've seen all of them, right?
Yeah, I have.
Which one do you think out of all of them that you think Cam is going to be looking away from constantly with the gore?
Ooh, there are a couple. I believe it's the opening to Saw 4. I want to be as non-descriptive as possible, but it's when they have. I don't know how to say it, but there's one. It's either the opening of Saw 4 and 5, with the two people, on opposite sides, and it's like I don't know how to. I want to describe it without. I want to be vague with it's like a competition, I guess you could say, between the two. It's like like a chubby guy and then a girl. I don't know if you know the one I'm talking about.
Just describe it as best as you can, and then I'll probably forget about it.
But then again, though, he doesn't want to give anything away. Like,
come here, Cam. Okay, so the one of the ones where they have to sever the body parts and they have to weigh it to. I think that one's gonna get him.
Yep.
All right, you're good now.
Yep.
You're good now.
All right. So,
and then I think
I'll be fine, right?
And then I think the spinner reel one in Saw 5 or 6, I want to say, where it's like a roulette kind of thing, and he chooses who dies. I think that one might get him.
Oh, that's the shotgun carousel. I think you're talking about
the shotgun carousel. I think those are the ones that might get him.
Oh boy!
But I think a couple.
Or
I will definitely tell you.
Valentina's death in Saw 10. I think that one might get him too.
Yes, quite a few of the traps in Saw X will get him. Because I saw that movie twice, and both times I saw it with my best friend. Like there were times I had to be like where he kept looking away, and I was like, bro, just look at the fucking screen. You'll be just fine.
Are there any really gory ones in Saw 3? Since I know that's the next one up in the watch list.
I'm not gonna spoil the okay, I'll just tell you this. What what the trap is. It's called the Angel Trap. And basically a detective has a device that is hooked to a rib cage.
I remember this one.
Yep.
Oh no.
And there's a key she has to grab, but it's in a jar of acid.
I remember. I just replayed it.
I'm actually kind of excited to see how that goes down for me. But we got to try to get back the whole dope squad for Saw 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree. but yeah, I think it's kind of, yeah, it's actually starting to get a little late. But
Yeah.
definitely.
yeah. So, but,
But,
this was
yeah.
a really fun combo. Like,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
so but yeah, I need to keep you guys in the loop for when we're doing Crank.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
for
definitely.
sure. Love to go to that one.
And but obviously also keep you guys in the loop for Saw 3 and the Beekeeper.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Oh, and for the hell of it, because I know Gavin, you haven't. Anyone but you.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to rewatch that one.
I haven't even seen it yet, so that'd even be a fun one.
Well, it's gonna be on Netflix here in a couple of weeks, so
And Gav, I know, owns the Blu-ray too. So even if I'm sitting next to him for it and we figure out the audio, then
I believe I have the digital code for that one as well.
oh, perfect then.
there you go.
I do. I do.
Perfect. So problem solved.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that'll do it. So thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. It's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for having. This
Yeah,
was
no
so
problem.
fun.
So we got you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace.
So, yeah.